Those of you who subscribe to my YouTube channel may know that in the last 2 days, I posted my favorite story of all that had to do with Archangel Michael. When he first came to me and the miracles that unfolded after that, I absolutely could not deny that archangels are real. And in fact, that showed me what most of the people who follow my work really love, because in only 2 days, it has 3 times the views that a video at the 2-day mark normally has. We've had 15,000 people giving a thumbs up to that one already. So the guides this morning said, tell the angels are real story. So the way that one goes is that when I first started working as a medium, I couldn't deny that the spirit world is real. I was connecting to people's loved ones who had passed with stunning evidence, no doubt about that. But angels, I was a bit on the fence about, are angels real or not? And you have to understand my background, of course, Navy commander, very left brain, in the military for over 20 years. So we didn't exactly talk about angels in the military, although there are plenty of people in the military today who believe in angels. I just wasn't one of them. So when I began doing mediumship, I felt an urge to share the messages of hope with others. And one of the very first presentations I ever gave was at a Mind, Body, Spirit conference in North Carolina. And I gave my talk to a large group about the fact that our loved ones who pass are still right here. And afterwards, a lot of people came up to me to talk. They were all excited about the talk, about the content of the presentation. And these 3 ladies hung out kind of in the background till the whole line was gone. And then they stepped in and they were bubbling and excited. And they said, we have to tell you, the whole time you were talking, there was this great big angel standing behind you. And I learned to keep a straight face. And so inside I'm saying, okay, sure. All right. If you saw that, that's fine. I've never seen that. And outside, I just said to them, well, that's beautiful. I'm glad you had that experience. And they're sitting talking to each other. And the one said, I think it was Archangel Gabriel. And the other one said, no, I think it was Azrael. Now I had to look this up later. And the one said, Azrael's the angel of death. And I'm thinking, well, that sounds kind of ominous. And this one says, no, but it's perfect. You're a medium. You help people with death. So they went on, and I just thanked them again. And they turned to leave. And the strangest thing happened. As the 3 of them were walking away, I was overcome with love. Well, now I know that's not so strange. That was just spirit saying, it's all spirit. Celebrate this moment. And out of character, I sense telepathically to these 3 women, I love you. And one of them, in perfect timing, turned around, looked at me and said out loud, I love you too. And she turned around and started to walk away. I was so stunned at the perfect timing when I hadn't spoken out loud. I reached out and I touched her shoulder and I turned her back around and I said, why did you just say that? And she just gave me this very knowing look, turned around and walked away. Well, oh yeah, some of the people here are rubbing the goosebumps. I am too, and I hope you are too. You just couldn't deny a moment like that. So I went home. When I got back to Florida, where I lived at the time, went out to the Barnes & Noble and got 3 books on angels and started reading about them, saying, okay, let me learn more about these angels. Now, today, I would know to ask the angels to come to me, teach me. All of you can do that. But at the time, I'm all into books. So I'm reading about the angels, but I'm still not quite convinced. There's nothing like personal experience. And I ask all of you to set the intention to have a greater connection with the angels that surround all of us. So that very same week, later that week, I was doing readings and a woman came for a reading in my house. She sat across from me. I tuned in. I can't remember how many people we got, but one woman in spirit stood out so clearly. All of a sudden, she's in my awareness and in my system. She's standing in front of me. That means she was a non-blood relative. I described her to my client. There's this older woman here. I feel great affection from her to you, but she's not a mother. She feels more like a friend. She's showing me you with another friend, and the three of you are sitting around holding hands. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I was really, really new to mediumship at the time. This is easily a good 11 years ago. And I said, and now this woman she's dealing out cards like this. Is this making any sense to you? And my client looked all choked up. She said, yes, yes, this was a dear friend of mine. I love her with all my heart. We used to pray together, a circle of three. We would sit and hold hands. That's what she's showing you. And this motion, she read the tarot cards. So two beautiful pieces of evidence that this was her friend. So I tuned in more to this friend, connected my heart again with hers, and I started laughing. I turned to my client and I said, well, your friend just looked at me. She crooked her finger and she said, angels are real, which cracked me up. I thought it was a funny moment when my client suddenly burst into tears. And I said, what? That's a beautiful message. Why are you crying? And she said, Suzanne, I stood outside your door and I said to my friend in spirit, I want to hear from you more than anyone else, but I really need to know it's you. So if it's you, when you show up, would you please talk about angels? Wow. So, I haven't thought of that story in so long. And this morning, like I said, my guide said, tell a miracle story. And I said, well, which one? It needs to be one people haven't heard in a long time, because a lot of you I know follow my work. And I have a list of the miracles. And I hope that all of you will have your own list. And I just got to like number 2 in the list, and it said the angels are real, and brought all those memories back. So I hope that you'll celebrate as real as well. Angels in our lives. So today